The 24th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Special Operations Capable, left the Carolina coast in August 2002 and sailed across the Atlantic aboard the USS Nassau, USS Austin, and USS Tortuga. Upon reaching the Straits of Gibraltar, the MEU continued into the Mediterranean Sea, foregoing its normal port call in Rota, Spain, and heading straight into the port of Thessaloniki, Greece. There, Marines and sailors offloaded and began the overland trek through Macedonia and into Kosovo. The trip, which took 2 days, followed a route that tunneled through mountains and crested their peaks. While in Kosovo, the MEU spent a month training with the Germans and Austrians and participated in humanitarian and peacekeeping operations throughout the southern sector of the province. Meanwhile, the MEU's Harrier Detachment spent a month in both Rota, Spain, and Decimomannu, Italy, where they trained with their European counterparts. Dual-site operations wrapped up in October when the MEU reconstituted in Greece and prepared to leave the Med. Marines and sailors donned their desert camis and they sailed south through the Suez Canal to Djibouti on the Horn of Africa. To kick off their participation in Operation Enduring Freedom, they conducted Image Nautilus, a live-fire exercise that tested all the elements of the MEU and their interoperability. After Image Nautilus, the USS Austin sailed further south to Kenya for Operation Edged Mallet, where Marines and sailors provided humanitarian assistance and trained side by side with Kenyan forces. One company of Marines was left in Djibouti along with 4 CH-53 Super Stallion helicopters and provided security for additional elements of Operation Enduring Freedom. When the ships regrouped, they headed into the Arabian Gulf and offloaded in United Arab Emirates for a bilateral exercise, Iron Magic. Together, the 3 ships patrolled the seas between the Arabian Gulf and the Gulf of Aden for 6 weeks past their originally scheduled return date of mid-March. During that time, the 24th MEU maintained its role as a contingency response force when ground operations for Operation Iraqi Freedom commenced. At the end of the MEU's extension, just days from beginning the journey home, the unit received unexpected orders to go ashore in Kuwait in support of the ground war. By the end of March, the unit was pushing northward through the central corridor of Iraq, eventually establishing a base of operations near Kalat Sakar, a village located between An-Nazariya and Al-Qut. Spending just under a month in country, the unit conducted several raids and attacks in the region, including participating in the liberation of the cities of Al-Amra and Al-Qut. The unit also recovered the body of a fallen Marine in Al-Hay and lent significant aviation support, including bombing and assault support missions, to the 1st Marine Expeditionary Force. When the 24th MEU completed its mission in Iraq, the unit returned home, completing its historic 9 months deployed, having conducted missions across the full spectrum of operations, from bilateral training in the CENTCOM area of responsibility to peace support in Kosovo, humanitarian assistance in Kenya, anti-terrorism operations in Djibouti and the Arabian Gulf, and combat in Iraq. What's more, the unit demonstrated its flexibility by operating in snow-capped mountains, jungles, and desert environments. Arriving home, the unit's commanding officer returned the World Trade Center memorial flags it had received the year before during a ceremony at Ground Zero.
When I accepted these colors last year, sir, I made 2 promises. I said first that we would carry them wherever we went, and I said second that we would do so with honor and ensure they receive the treatment and we're at the forefront of everything that we did. I'm here this morning to report mission accomplished.
I am proud to accept those flags and assure you that they will proudly fly over Ground Zero as a symbol of your commitment and as a symbol of this nation's commitment to defend our freedom and to honor the heroes we lost on September 11th.
The expressions of joy and appreciation demonstrated by family members and Americans across North Carolina and the rest of the country reminded members of the 24th MEU of why they served for so long at the tip of the spear.